Hi everyone, welcome to Fat to Thin Seniors R&Y. I'm Raven. I'm 76 years old and I'm going to have gastric bypass surgery on December 16th, 2019. Last week I talked about the surgery, or how the surgery is the first step in healing all of my various and sundry addictions that I didn't even know I had until I signed up for this surgery. In this vlog, I'll be talking about Thanksgiving that just passed, and gut bacteria, and the strange stuff that's been running through my mind. If you're curious, please join me on this journey and continue to watch, and please comment. I've got 1.5 weeks left until pre-op, my pre-op appointment, which they said is going to be 3 to 4 hours. I have no idea what they're going to do. Probably the same tests that I've already done. Fill out the same papers I've already filled out, but you know how it goes. It's 2.5 weeks until my gastric bypass operation, which isn't coming too soon. I have a vague uneasiness, like I should be afraid of something. I have no idea what that is. I mean, I'm not afraid of the operation. I've had many operations in my lifetime, so I've been completely under quite a few times. I've had complete hysterectomy, surgery on my legs, my left leg twice, because I ran into a tree on a toboggan and decided it was time to crush it up into little pieces. And surgery twice on my left eye, because the first surgery, the cataract fell into the back of the eye, so I had to go for another surgery to get that vacuumed out. So I mean, you know, and there's been other things over the years that I've been completely put out. And I've come out very successful, you know. I mean, hey, I'm still here, still trucking, still walking, still seeing, still doing, you know. At any rate, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I went for dinner at the clubhouse. I live in an RV park, in an RV, and they serve dinner quite often, actually 2 or 3 times, twice a week, and breakfast I think twice a week, dinner once a week. Anyway, they served. Thanksgiving dinner was wonderful. You sit with, they put up really long tables and tablecloths, the whole deal, and they served, the volunteers served and cooked the dinner. It was delicious, absolutely wonderful. I had turkey and ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, peas and carrots, stuffing, and I chose apple pie with whipped cream. I did not eat it all, unfortunately. Well, I don't know if it's unfortunate. I just didn't eat it all because I didn't eat it all. I really wasn't hungry, so what can I tell you? But it was delicious. But I was sitting there thinking, you know, in the lulls between conversations with people on my either side and across from me and diagonally, what if I had already had the surgery? Would I have even gone to the dinner? And what would I have eaten? And of course, that depends upon what stage I'm at. I mean, I could have been clear liquids. Like, if I go to Christmas dinner, I'll either be clear liquids or full liquids, because it's only 10 days after the surgery. Could I have gone? Could I have eaten anything? Would I have gone and just kind of hung out and watched everybody else eat and just gone for the conversation and the crazy games? I mean, if I was on Pureade, I could, of course, eaten the mashed potatoes. But I don't believe that I can on the next 2 stages, the clear liquids and the full liquids. So I'm still thinking of going to the Christmas dinner, because they have fun and games afterwards. And one of my favorites is unwrapping gifts. They have a game that they play where you put on oven mitts, and they have taped up this package big time. I mean, 3, 4, 5 rolls of tape, probably 6 maybe, a lot. And your objective is to unwrap that package before the person to your right throws double dice. So there's dice in the game. The person on the right is rolling like crazy. You're trying to unwrap this thing. There's little prizes in the wrapping as well as the big prize at the end. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Screaming and hollering, laughing and carrying on. And it's for that alone, not even the food, it's worth going for the dinner. So, at any rate, so I get home. And I'm thinking, about what I said last week about stagnation being a sin. And I started thinking about the body and the mind becoming stagnant and continuing to keep our fat instead of returning us to what we should be, all of us, And I'm thinking that this probably has to do with the gut bacteria. I mean, there was a thing I saw on YouTube about this woman who had gotten a fecal transplant. Yes, they took the feces out of somebody and put it into somebody else. From what I understand, they freeze dry it and sterilize it, and freeze dry it, put it in a capsule, and you get to swallow it. Yes, right, feces. At any rate, this woman had some kind of really bad gastrointestinal something or the other, and they took the feces from her daughter because they matched blood type and all of that other good stuff. Well, it turns out the daughter was fat, and as a result, after she had the fecal transplant, she started gaining weight. She got fat, and whatever she was doing, she was trying to not be fat and continue to be thin as she had been all of her life, but she got fat, So I'm wondering, because that's the way my mind goes, do you think that bacteria might be catching in that? I mean, we hold on to shopping carts, we go to the public bathrooms, we got fat people in our house, fat friends, and just like any other disease, colds or whatever, the germs mutate, and the gut bacteria probably mutates. And I'm wondering if it isn't catching. I mean, if the fat isn't catching because of the things that we touch and then put in our mouths. So, the day after Thanksgiving, thinking about shit, okay? Now, there's the other part of this now. That your gut bacteria controls your mind, controls your head. I mean, it sends hormones, it initiates the hormones from what you eat, and it tells you what hormones to put out for healing, and tells you when to rest because you're too full, or even guides your elimination. So I wonder, is the brain in the gut? At any rate, that's the way my mind goes. And then there's the thought too. I said that stagnation is a sin. So is bacteria the devil? Okay. Let's go deep into this. And is it the devil because it causes stagnation, causes you to remain fat? Of course, there's the other side of it. If it was good bacteria, you remain thin, but we won't go there, okay? So I started looking up things about bacteria in the gut and whatever. And I saw things like in yoga, there's, let me see if I can pronounce, SHANKHA is a gastrointestinal lavage. They actually throw put towels, sheets, whatever, fabric, down into the stomach and do their exercises and whatnot so that it can swish it around in there, and then they pull it out. And obviously that's, you know, for the Essenes, for the people who are yogis, who have been doing this kind of thing, training themselves for years. So I looked up traditional Chinese medicine. Well, they take care of their digestive problems with herbs. So do the Native Americans. And I have a tendency to look up, when I'm looking up the medicines that I make, I look East Indian, American, Native Indians, and the Chinese, because they've been recording it for the herbs they've used for thousands of years. And if they are all using the same herb for the same thing, then it's obviously working, especially since it's been recorded and still being used after thousands of years. So anyway, so I'm wandering through YouTube, looking up gut bacteria, and I came across this thing that says the FDA just approved this growth waste loss device that sucks foods from your stomach. And it really does. They put a tube into your stomach with a port just above your belly button, and you plug in this device and it sucks out 1/3 of the food you just ate. And so you get to throw that little bag of food away. Now it seems to me that it's a real good tool if you're anorexic. You know, it's bad enough that I'm going for gastric surgery, that I would want to put a port on my belly button to suck out the food that I ate. It just seems a bit too much. Okay? Anyway, that's it for this week. Join me next week for some more insanity. And you have a great week. Blessed be. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and take care of yourselves. And again, blessed be.